There are so many controllers you can use on PC, anywhere from Xbox, PlayStation, Astro C240s, Scuff, Battle Beavers, Nagashock, AIM controllers. But what's the best one to use on PC with the lowest input delay? That's what I'm here to answer for you guys today.
On the ramp.
I fuck. When it comes to controllers, I own a lot of them. I mean, like a lot. I've got your Power A series, standard Xbox controller, Elite Series 1, Elite Series 2, your regular PlayStation 4 controller, a Battle Beaver controller with the back buttons and smart triggers and bumpers. I also have a Nagashock PS5 controller that I kind of customized myself. I added this paddle, but otherwise there was only just these buttons. The reason I did that was this one was like too sensitive, so I needed it not to double click. So when you're looking at a controller, you're looking at comfortability, obviously, like how it feels in your hand, and that's kind of preference. So what I look for a controller more than anything is the response time. Game respond to me pressing a button on the controller. Controller that has the best response times between Xbox and PlayStation on PC are going to be PlayStation controllers, mostly because of the program called DS4 Windows. And I'm going to link all these programs that I use to get 0 millisecond response time in the description. My preference when it comes to controllers is something with smart triggers for first person shooters, so you can kind of hear the clicking thing. By far the most important thing is the response time or the input lag. The lower, the better. The more consistent it's going to feel, the smoother it feels, the more responsive. Your aim is going to get better, just because right when you line up your crosshairs on someone and you pull that trigger, your reaction time is in milliseconds. So the longer it takes you to pull that trigger and for it to respond in the game, it's going to be a lot less accurate. If you have next to nothing as an input lag, your aim is going to improve significantly. So the best controller out of all these controllers I've showed you guys, like I said, it's going to be on the PlayStation side. I don't know about Astro C240s, I don't own one. But from what I own, I found PlayStation 4 you can get about 0.5 millisecond, and for PlayStation 5 you can get 0. I get 0, I think it's like 0.1, which is low. I mean really low. It's night and day difference even between the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 controller. I didn't think 0.5 ms was going to make a difference, but it was a huge difference. So we know that PlayStation 5, from what I know and from what most people say, is going to have the lowest input lag. But what if you have an Xbox controller and you don't want to get PlayStation or a different controller? I still have a program for you guys to lower your input lag drastically. Because if you plug up your Xbox controller with no programs right now, it's not going to be that responsive. But after this video, I promise you, your controller is going to feel much more responsive. So there's 3 programs that you can use, depending on the controller you have too. If it's Xbox, there's only going to be 2. I couldn't find anything like DS4 Windows for Xbox. I heard there was some out there. I looked around, I really couldn't find it. If anyone knows, let me know. That'd be awesome. For PlayStation, there's 3 total programs, and I'm gonna keep it short and simple for you guys and get straight to it. Okay, so the 3 programs that I use, well, I only use 2 because I have the PS5 controller, so I don't want. The 3 programs are gonna be right here: DS4 Windows, your hidusbf, which is going to overclock both Xbox and PlayStation controllers, and this is probably the most important one. And then anti-micro, if you can't use DS4 Windows for your Xbox controllers, it's It's a program that lowers the input lag on individual buttons. It's pretty useful, to be honest. So the very first program we're going to download is the Lord of Mice hidusbf. This is used to overclock your controllers. So this is for PlayStation and Xbox or whatever other controller you use. Third link, I'm going to download right here as the zip file. Okay, so once you've downloaded it, you go to setup.exe. You'll go from mice to all. And right now I don't have a controller plugged in, but these are all, the list of all your devices right here. So let's go ahead and plug in the controller that we want to use. I'm going to plug in my PlayStation 5 controller. And in a second it should pop up. So I'm not sure what it's going to pop up for you guys. For me, it pops up as Speakers 2 wireless controller. I've already done this already, but basically what you want to do is click filter on device, change this from whatever it was to 1000, install service. Once you've installed service, you want to disconnect your controller and connect it again. And it's going to go from having like a 5 by interval, whatever, and whatever this says, to 1001. Once you got this, you've now overclocked your controller. The next thing we're going to do is you're going to download DS4 Windows. It's going to be the RioChan one. I'm going to include the link in the video. Once you have downloaded DS4 Windows like I have, you'll open it. And it might not always show your controller right away. All you got to do is just unplug and plug again. You go to edit, and your controller reading should say 0ms. This is only for PlayStation controllers. I should have probably mentioned that from the beginning. But before you overclock your controller, for PS5 it'll be like 3.5 millisecond. For PlayStation 4 it'll be like 4 something. Once you overclock, you can get 0.5 millisecond for PlayStation 4, and you'll have 0.5 millisecond for PlayStation 5. Now this step's important. The dead zone here is what you want to use in game. So I have my left stick as 0.08, my right stick as 0.05, and I changed my right stick precision from linear to enhanced precision. It's better for aim in my opinion. It gives you more of a exponential, kind of a mix between exponential and linear. So I liked enhanced precision. The most important thing is going to other. You're going to change this to max or 1000. Either one of these is fine. And you're also going to change this from Xbox 360 to DualShock 4. Because if you put Xbox 360, for some reason, you'll press a button and it'll double press. So the way to fix that is to change it to DualShock 4 for both the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 controller. Now this last one is optional. I don't personally use it, but it does make a difference. Especially for your Xbox and maybe PlayStation 4 controllers. For PlayStation 5, I really didn't feel a difference in input lag, probably because it's already at 0 milliseconds. But for PlayStation 4, for Xbox controllers, other controllers, I'd probably use anti-micro. So you're going to go to anti-micro, click download. When it's done downloading, you're going to open it up. You have to hit restore. Now, everything you press is going to show up. So like when I click in left stick, you click in left stick, you're going to go to advance, go to turbo, check this, and take this and put delay slider and go as far as you can go to the left, which is 0.02. Hit close, and then you're going to do it for every single one of these buttons. Your A, your B, your X, your Y, every single button that you use in game. And then for your triggers, take your dead zone all the way to 0, your max zone all the way up, and leave it on normal or positive throttle. I just use normal. Some people use positive throttle, some people use negative throttle, but you'll do the same thing with the right trigger. Next, you're going to go to options, game mapping, game controller mapping. You're going to change this from 20,000 to 8,000. Don't do anything else except 8,000. Don't know why. If you do anything else other than 8,000, it just doesn't feel right. It's weird. Just trust me on this one, and then hit save. Then you're going to go to settings. You're going to take your delay right here, go all the way down, your rate all the way down, close tray. You can launch at Windows Startup if you want to use it. Minimize the taskbar and hit OK. Down here you see if events are not seen by game, run as administrator. All you do is click, hit yes, boom. You're going to hit Control Alt Delete, go to your task manager, go to details. First one's anti-micro, set priority to real time. And that's it. That's all you guys have to do. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys want more tips and tricks on controller on PC for whatever game, just let me know. Please sub and comment down below whatever you guys want to know. Thank you.